Sun.
Do you know where you can't find the sun? The Nether. Do you know how to get to the Nether? Well, besides the Nether Sword portal, which is under maintenance, I don't see any other portals here. Except... This is the winter portal, and this is the video on how to make one. To build this giant construction, we have to count on two factors. The first thing is that we can't naturally build a circular nether portal in Minecraft. We have to make use of frames in front and at the back of the portal to shape it how you want. And even that, we would still have to cover all the corners, and the bigger circle we want to build, the furthest we would have to go to cover all the obsidian. The second thing is that by building that big of a portal, again, you would need an absurd amount of resources, blocks, and building skills. So these two factors brought me to the decision of building something fair-sized and reasonably big for anybody who wants to have it in his world. So I wanted to make a video about this, but taking consideration that I'm not doing it because it's winter, but because you can implement this on any snow biome if wanted. From the high mountains to the winter plains and the icy seas. This kinda reminds me as well to the Nether Portal Ravine, but the frozen version. Interesting. Check out my Reddit, links down below. Anyways, I would say that we can begin. I quickly want to address that I'm not in my usual world, because on this one I usually try and test builds, but when I've put myself to work for this one, I just went all out and made a very good build, and I think I will never be able to recreate it this good. So we started with a plain area, very snowy place, great for the ambience, and the first thing I do is build the obsidian portal, and then the structure that will be holding it, including the frames. Now I lost all the records from the start, but I'll show you with other footage how to do this part. The portal, it's as easy as to drink water, except I don't have any. Fuck. And the frames should look imponent, strong and fearless. This top view may help you, but remember that it all needs to cover the obsidian portal, otherwise it will look bad. This format right here is symmetrical and way more simpler than the one I built. I suggest you to follow this because it looks better, but since I have no time to develop this icy nether portal as well, I will just continue with mine. Next step is, of course, coloring it. And we're going to need a lot of blocks for our personal use here. This is the grid of all the blocks we're going to use during this build. The gold blocks I've used here do not count, they're just there to give me an impression of what I'm building. Say that, the obsidian as well, if you already have built a portal. So we're left with just all of this. A lot of different shades of white, light blue, and black. Now, if you didn't use any of these blocks during your building session, either you don't want to follow my instructions, which can be reasonable, or you messed up something, so check it back. As a side right now, my job is to replace the golden blocks with the main blocks in the white line. My strategy was simple. I couldn't do an easy replacing here because otherwise the blocks wouldn't have stayed close to themselves. It would have looked like very randomic, so instead I decided to do it by hand, which turned to take me about 10 minutes straight. So I removed 4 gold blocks and replaced them with one type of the 3 white blocks, and then changed the block and went on and on until I finished it. My next move is to smooth the structure and most importantly the way up. I mean the stairs. You have to make accessible stairs, and to do that we're going to use quartz stairs and slabs. And also blackstone stairs and slabs, but I'll come to that later. So after a bit of shaping, my portal looks like this. Try to focus on the bottom part of the build since it will be the one that you're going to walk on the most, so careful on that. Moving on, my next step is adding some of that white glass pane around the frames and the portal. And I believe we're done with all the white blocks. Take from the grid the black blocks we need, blackstone blocks and black wool. And let's change some things. What you want to do is replace some of the blocks of the inner circle into black wool, and create outgoing lines that escape the portal. As we've seen on the other portal video, the reason to do this is very simple. It looks like the Nether is spreading a plug into the overworld, and for the top ones I tried to unify them for a more chill build. Because we've smoothed a bit the structure to replace the stairs and the slabs, we're going to use the black stone materials in exchange for the quartz blocks and to follow the black wool. Now, before we start with the light blue colors, I just want to do a quick recap. If you think your build looks good enough, and I hope it does, you can stop here. If I was going to be frank with you everybody, I would say that I liked this a lot, as well, before the build would come, but trust me, continuing will spice it up even more. Let's start with this. I'm going to replace some of the white blocks to blue concrete and wool on the sides and on top, trying to do a normal 50-50 split to the two blocks and leaving lots of white color on the two main sides. On top of our blue blocks, we're going to place some ice blocks. There's no need to cover all of them, but I mean, a good split as well. Again, as before, we're going to place some light blue glass panes on top of all the blue blocks, and that's it. We're done for the most of it, but not quite done. There's still some very little particulars I want to go over. Next small step is to add some of that crying obsidian on black. I know it doesn't do much, but it adds that sparkle of purple that really pulls the Nether theme back to life. So at the very end, the last customization is this big circle I'm doing. It's a 20 blocks radius or so, but we're not going to leave it there. I'll place lots of balls made of light blue and white glass on the circle, and then remove the solid blocks. Continuing the thing, we're going to look at one ball, and I'm going to talk about what I'm going to do with that ball. So first off, its name is Rob, and it has lots of feelings. So first off, its name is Tom, and I will be placing some glass panes around it in the corners, and then one packed ice block in the middle of it. Next up, I'll put a chain under each one of them, and therefore a soul lantern, so that during night you won't see shit. Anyways, that was episode 24 of this build series. If you have any ideas wanna see, just leave a comment down below, smash like, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.